If one had to think of other artists that Julie Taymor was closest to, I would talk about the magic realist. That's really her world.
DaDa is a spirit of irreverence and freedom.
Confrontation and provocation.
The mischievous, childish element that we all want to have.
DaDa's big.
A slap in the face of high art.
DaDa gave us all permission.
A lack of respect.
Making mischief.
I got rhythm, I got music.
Ira was a first-rate lyric writer. And he also had great humor in his writing, which is what George had in his music.
I got rhythm, music that goes with it. I got my gal who can dance for anything more. Who can dance for anything more?
I did not know at that time what DaDa was. I still don't know what DaDa is. Occasionally I read, and it seems to explain it's the nude.
DaDa is a spirit of irreverence and freedom to attempt or try whatever anyone likes.
DaDa's big.
The mischievous, childish element that we all want to have.
Confrontation and provocation.
A slap in the face of high art.
DaDa gave us all permission.
A lack of respect.
Making mischief. The triumvirate of New York DaDa is usually established as Marcel Duchamp, Francis Picabia, and the third of this triumvirate is Man Ray. In the case of Marcel Duchamp, there is a legacy that's carried through with his work, and it forces you to ask the question whether or not it should be considered within the realm of art.
But Marcel Duchamp lived above me at 210 West 14th Street. When I met him walking downstairs in the morning, it's a good evening, Alfred. Conversely, when I met him walking up in the evening, he said, "Good morning, Alfred." That's how queer he was. Contrary.
The show is entitled Making Mischief. DaDa invades New York. In fact, the object next to me is a perfect illustration of the degree of mischief that this particular artifact caused. Is probably greater than, I would dare say, almost any artifact produced in the 20th century.
Well, a urinal is not a work of art. Essentially, materially, possibly, yes.
All kinds of theories have been proposed about why it should be art. It looks like the shape of a seated Chinese porcelain Buddha. It recalls the curvature of the female body in the traditional art of the figure. But Duchamp himself denounces all of these interpretations, and he states that what he meant by it was pure provocation. The famous line in the Pierre Caban book where Duchamp says, "I flung the piss pot in their faces and they told me it was beautiful."
When he put that in, he knew he would spread that thing throughout the world.
DaDa ended in 23, disappeared, appeared in 43, disappeared, appeared in 63, disappeared, and it will keep on appearing and disappearing.
I think the spirit of DaDa will never leave us. DaDa is there to both formally enlighten us with fresh possibilities and really philosophically to shift and change certain kinds of embedded self-righteous convictions.
DaDa comes like a broom to sweep out so much bad painting.
By the late 50s, a lot of younger artists were probably pretty fed up with the seriousness of abstract expressionism, and so the freedom and the irreverence of DaDa, I think, was very attractive to them.
This piece is called Fur Wheel. I think it's 1962 or 63. It's a sound-producing fur wheel. and it's part of the DaDa vocabulary of turning wheels, bicycle wheels. This was one of my most despised pieces.
I've been working on DuChaMP for about 12 years now. The name of this installation is tentatively Saint DuChaMP. The first piece that I recreated was the bicycle wheel.
Marcel DuChaMP said about the bicycle wheel that it was just meant to be a diversion, the way one would look at a fire in a fireplace.
Marcel DuChaMP chose the object, and I've re-chosen the object. I guess I'm doubling the inventory and doubling possible aesthetic interpretations of the original object and the original act.
Though some people may disagree with me, I really do feel that DuChaMP would have wholeheartedly embraced this appropriation movement of artists who make objects that were similar to those that he made.
Well, the really interesting thing about the Mona Lisa piece in the DuChaMP repertoire is that it was actually an appropriated piece from Leonardo da Vinci that he took and sort of had the audacity to deface it or make an addition with a mustache and a goatee, calling it LHOOQ. Means she's got a hot ass.
Marcel DuChaMP didn't give a damn about anything. He was himself. So we take a sheet of a glass as wide as this wall and throw a hammer into it, and the glass would split. I made a picture out of it. It was exhibited in the Philadelphia Art Museum.
In my work, I've never wanted to shock anyone, and I've always been shocked when I did.
Oh, I think DaDa will have shock value every single time it's shown.
DaDa, if anything, no matter how you define it, is a state of mind. It's a way of thinking about art. These people are making objects that force you to think.
It'll be wonderful for New York's audiences to see DaDa with the show at the Whitney and Carly Schneemann's show to represent burgeoning neo-DaDa at the new museum, and Mike Bidlow's storefront as well, just to have a sort of conceptual, contemporary version of DaDa.
I never miss a good exhibit. Never miss a good exhibit. Because I don't know it all. And what I know can stand change and modification. Because I myself have changed. Life changes. You can't stand still.